Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 3 of the Raikou recap. I hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Yeah, I mean, this week we have we're missing only one game this week, and so let's just hop right into the games. I guess we got FinalCrew versus a name I've never said correctly, but we're gonna keep saying it wrong. Irdiasil. Yeah, we're gonna start off. Starting off. Win cons. Iron Boulder is always going to be a win con, or not Iron Boulder, Iron Bundle is always going to be a win con, especially into a team like this where it's got super effective damage on, 4 of the 6 guys. If we can get rid of Hippowdon, Regieleki's Volt Switch around is going to be really, really nasty, really nice. And then Dragapult is just, it's always a win con, no matter what. I don't foresee Ditto really being a win con. I don't really see Zoroark really being a win con. I think there are going to be more supplemental pieces. On the other side, I think Lycanroc is seemingly the main offensive presence of this team. And Tornadus Therian can also be, but it's a little, seeing Tornadus Therian on a sand team is a little weird, right? Oh, I guess you can run Bleak Wind instead of Hurricane. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna start with Iron Bundle. I really like leading Iron Bundle here. Oh, pranked ya. It's actually Zoroark. Lead Zoroark coming out. Ditto's gonna come in, transform. Does it not show us the ability? I guess it doesn't show us the ability. Okay, it is Trace. Okay, that's how Trace works. I didn't know that's interesting news. So far, all this is fine. Actually, getting Regenerate, I would have stayed. Oh, I guess you don't want to. I feel like you can stay in on Ditto as a turn, I guess. I mean, maybe it doesn't have any moves, but, I don't think getting knocked off is too bad. You won't have Eviolite, so you won't be as bulky as a Porygon 2, though, so that is to consider. He's just going to come out, Water Absorb. I'm curious as to what this can do. Ice Beam? I just feel like that does nothing. Yeah, that's what I thought. This Corzahh can just get up all the stuff. All he has to worry about is a freeze. He can Toxic, yeah, recover. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty free matchup. You just have to not get the 10% chance. You are consistently risking it, but I would definitely be just clicking Toxics. Okay. If you're gonna stay in and risk the Ice Beams and not try to generate momentum or value out of it, like if you're not gonna go Iron Bundle here, which going Iron Bundle here once you're like fully settled is a good play. It can be because you just flip turn, and waste more time. Yeah, I just click Toxic. It doesn't matter in this case because he's paralyzed, but there's no point in you really clicking Earthquake because the Toxic damage is gonna keep chipping it down. You assume they're gonna swap, so you wanna click Toxic. I mean, it doesn't matter in this case. Just a small niche optimization, just to try and spread, especially because this guy isn't going to do that much damage. Well, I guess maybe if he goes into Lycanroc for some reason, but like I assume like in most cases, like what I would be thinking is him swapping to Hippowdon. Klefki is an option, but I would assume Hippowdon there, so I would generally be trying to click Toxics. Yeah, this little guy is going to come back in. These rocks are really getting a number on this Tornadus. He's really just, not going to be able to do too much. The knockoff's going to come out. That's going to remove the Scarf from Ditto. That is a generally important item. Oh, we talked about this last night. Yeah, the acrobatics actually getting active because of that. Lycanroc, you do have to be careful. This thing has Psychic Fangs. He doesn't end up using it, but it is something it has. A ton to do here. I've watched this game. We're gonna go through a few turns of this Amoonguss, not really being able to do anything. So you get the crit here, which is like nice, but if you put someone to sleep, use that momentum, because like right now we're gonna sit here, we're gonna wait a few turns. This Amoonguss is gonna put it back to sleep. Oh, we get the red card. Oh, okay, this isn't the situation that happened in, I don't think. I don't think there's really anything they can actually do. So he goes for his own Stomping Tantrum. He had 10%. They're both probably gonna get some nice little regenerator plays. This Porygon 2 is so neutered because Corzahh is gonna recover here, presumably. Yeah, Corzahh recovers here, but we're gonna put this guy to sleep, and then we're not gonna do anything with it. We're just gonna Stomping Tantrum doesn't. This isn't even a winning strategy, I don't think. You can always just you just don't do enough damage with the Stomping Tantrums. So like Leftovers is gonna make this take forever. Not to mention he has recoveries. Like I think with Leftovers and with Recovers, he does just kind of stall you out. He finally tries to do something. It's just unfortunate the wake up happens. He stays in here. Okay, staying in to get your Toxic, that's fair. Especially considering there's so many Pokemon that you could probably get your health back on. Okay, we got Zoroark back in, the Terra Blast. What does he do? One, okay, he does, okay. I was about to say, when you're in a situation like this, where if Hippowdon stays in, there's just nothing it can do to you, or nothing for it to gain, always go for a read here. And he does. He goes for a middle ground play of Dark Pulse, because he knows he's going to swap and he's not going to, you know. I would have actually personally expected Amoonguss to come in, but I guess Porygon comes in fine as well. Yeah, you get the flinch. Good shit, I guess. Dark Pulse is going to come in. I guess you're going for another flinch. We'll talk about this. We'll talk about this turn later. But this turn matters a lot. This turn matters a lot. But we'll actually come back. Turn 33. Remember turn 33. We'll come back to it later. Iron Bottle comes back in, gets the Ice Beam off. Actually, we can talk about it now. When you are playing a game, you need to constantly be thinking, how can you lose the game? And if you're sitting here and the main thought should be, Lycanroc can lose me the game. Lycanroc can be a Swords Dance set. It can be Sand Rush. It could be a lot of things that can just lose you the game. It's got a Cellurock priority, and a lot of your Pokemon are low. Yeah, Dragapult's basically dead. Regieleki's low. Cloudsire's low. Zoroark's at 70%. We got this guy. I think he's still full. I don't think he's actually come in. And a Ditto at 50. So we're starting to get low. We're starting to get chipped. We need to be thinking about how we can lose this game. And unfortunately, this guy is really, really important to our game plan of stopping this guy from winning. And so we just can't afford to lose him like we did. Iron Bro comes in, picks up the Amoonguss. He is real. I'm a little surprised he didn't go Klefki. But he goes to Hippowdon instead. Does Hippowdon not die to an Ice Beam? Yeah, it does. Hippowdon goes down too. And then we have Lycanroc comes in. It's going to pick up the kill. It's definitely Sand Rush. Ditto comes in. This turn's a little troll. I will say, this turn's quite troll. Clicking Swords Dance is super troll. You just don't pick up the kill. You need to know this stuff, especially because since you're a Ditto, you can literally calc the exact set against the exact set. You need to be thinking about the fact, like, you should be probably clicking Terra Blast into a Cellurock because you're gonna have to win the speed tie anyway, presuming you both click a Cellurock. If he clicks Terra Blast into a Cellurock, I believe he just wins the game. Unfortunately, he does go for the Swords Dance into the Cellurock play, which doesn't pay off because this guy can just full on clean up shop. Oh, he has Drill Run. He could have just clicked Drill Run the first turn and been fine. Drill Run just wins the game. He just cleans up with 2 Drill Runs. Yeah, and this guy's already dead because Showdown's been weird with a lot of the Zoroark stuff, but yeah, this guy's already dead. So you just gotta know, like, if the Drill Run kills here, then you've won the game. Klefki isn't gonna win out. That's ridiculous. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Like, this was a game that definitely could have been won, but was unfortunately lost. You got Gavx versus Dobesito. Let's start in. Oh, wait. Talk about win cons. Excalibur is a win con because even though Skeledirge is unaware, most likely, I'd be very surprised if it was Blaze. We have Thermal Exchange, so it can't even burn us. It'll just raise our attack. Crocodile looks like a good win con if we're like Scarf Crocodile. We have pretty... Crocodile doesn't win. Crocodile just does really well. Like, our knockoffs are going to be super, super valuable. Always getting value. Like, Earthquake is pretty free into this team. You know, Zarude can take the Earthquakes. It's just, he has to be a little bit careful. And then, overall, Thundurus, this Thundurus Therian could be a very, very big issue. Just Volt switching around, and it has Grass Knot for Donphan. I know it's got Sludge Bomb as well, so... Those are the main Pokemon I would expect to see power players this game. Nice little taunt set. Grass Knot. Yep, super effective. Get down to that sturdy. Are we going to die to the... Oh, we're going to knock off. Okay. Expert Belt. I've seen that Pokemon be Expert Belt so often. I guess it's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's a little risky. Goes for the Thunderbolts. Yeah, we're Thunderbolts. So if you're going for the Zarude prediction, which is fine. Get up your Stealth Rocks. I think that's worthwhile. I think it's fine to trade Stealth Rocks for a Toxic. Especially now that the spinner is gone and he has to deal with these for the rest of the game. I do not think a Toxic prohibits Screamtail's ability to do what Screamtail wants to do. And nice, we're gonna get our Thundurus back up to full. Hoopa will come in here. Terra Fight. Ooh. I believe Thunderbolt's just gonna still do the same amount of damage. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. He predicts. Nice prediction. Nice prediction. You do also keep in mind. You got to be keeping stuff like this in mind. You know it's Scarf now. Unless this is like some weird slow set. Just keep the information that you're getting from each battle in mind. But this is a really good prediction. Zarude coming in here. Trailblaze. Okay, now we're in a really scary spot. Especially because it should be able to... do we sack this? I think I personally would have gone Glimmora, but maybe I'm trolling? No. Yeah, no, I'm trolling a little bit. Glimmora probably isn't a Focus Sash set. So we do go for the, I would have liked to keep Thundurus around is all I'm thinking. Thundurus is just a nice Pokemon to have around. I do like that we're going to be spreading these Paras. Nice, we got our Wish off. We should just swap out here. The problem is we no longer have good swap-ins to the Slowking. The Slowking is kind of threatening. Skeledirge is going to kind of have to just do it. Okay, he doesn't keep going for Scalds. If you're in this position, just keep Scalding. Because he has no good swap-ins to Scald. He either has to risk a burn on Crook or Hitmontop, or take a decent bit of chip from Skeledirge or Glimmora. Glimmora really doesn't want to come in on these because it's not going to get up Spike or T-Spikes. So, yeah, just... if I'm in this position, I'm just clicking Scald till the day I die, dude. We do get the Excalibur setup opportunity. We're gonna go for Scale Shot. Scale Shot's always scary. We get 5 hits, does 10%. Goes for the Roar. Very, very nice Roar. Do you go for the Slack Off here? You should go for the Slack Off. Yep, nice. Crocodile's gonna come in. Pretty free Earthquake, all things considered. Zarude will probably come in. Which, I mean, if you have, that is another opportunity to go for Reed. You have a Pokemon that definitely doesn't want to be in against you. You know, if you have like a Brick Break or something, or an Ice Fang or something into this thing, I would have gone for it. That's another potential option. We also see it's not Scarf Moxie, it's Brick Break. Interesting thing. This is really, really bad, getting this guy toxic. This guy's important to our team. I would definitely not, I wouldn't let him get toxic for sure. I assume he's going to haze again, so I just swap. I would be wrong, actually. And he's right. This is, I guess, an opportunity to get a wish off. I don't necessarily know who. I guess yourself. Yeah. You get some multiple paras. And Slowking, you just keep clicking Scald here. That's all you gotta do. These poisons are gonna rack up. Eventually, he's not even gonna be healing. In fact, he's already at the point where he's not even healing. And now he's put in a position where he has to take a Scald he doesn't necessarily want to. Meteor Beam. Yeah, that does nothing. I don't think a Sludge Wave would kill. I mean, you don't have to ever risk it. But yeah, he goes for the Energy Ball. Oh, Energy Ball probably would have killed. So yeah, good play, good play. Hoop is gonna come out. We know Hoop is scarfed. We've been paying attention. Honestly, okay, he knows Hoop is scarfed too. If he didn't remember, he does now because he went into Skeldurge. Do we have Hex? I would love to see Hex in our prep because we have so much. We were probably. We're not. We're Shadow Ball. I would love to see Hex in our prep there just because we have so much. We have both Toxic Spikes potential, and Screamtail. So I would like to just see Hex. Just because we, getting a para on here is like one of our goals in the game anyway. I'm a little surprised that came in, but I think it's for Encore. How does this Slowking? Does this Slowking ever die? I thought I saw that Dobesito won this game, so how does this Slowking die? Does he just like take a full-on knockoff from Crocodile? Yeah, Scald sucks. You do just have to let this Screamtail go down. Which is kind of unfortunate, because you don't want to. I don't know why you're continuing to wish. Yeah, I mean, we're just losing health off the wishes. Yeah. We're finally going to let this go down. We go to Crocodile. Crocodile's going to knock off. Does a decent chunk of damage. We get parried. I would keep that. I would keep that. I think that would be very important to keep. I lose now. I didn't think you ever had to risk that. I thought you, I mean, like, you can just use Regenerator Healing. I don't think you have to, ever risk that, I don't think. I mean, and then just, this guy should just clean up. Trippy Axe, Mach Punch, probably Mach Punch kills, right? Okay, it probably doesn't, but Trippy Axe does. Yeah. Triple Axe will kill. And then we gotta, I think Mach Punch has to kill. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think... I'm not 100% sure, but I think if you just, like... If you go Zarude there, I think you just win the game. Him on top also, just this whole season, Dobesito has been consistently being saved by this Hitmontop. So make sure you guys are playing around late game Hitmontop when you play against this guy. This guy is consistently winning against it. So up next, we have Corzahh versus Gotham. Win cons here. If you're playing against Gotham, play against Excadrill. This whole team is designed to farm Excadrill kills. You will also have a possible Sandrush Houndstone, but in general, just Excadrill and Latios are going to be the two main threats. Excadrill actually has a tough time into this team. Just in general, there's not, I mean, half these Pokemon, I guess not half, I mean, you just get out to play against the Gliscor, which is a pretty hard counter, to all non-Swords Dance variants. So, you just gotta play around that. As far as Corzahh, Ogerpon Wellspring looks absolutely phenomenal this week. He does have to deal with Vileplume, but if you can get rid of that, you're golden. Scizor looks quite good this week. But if this is like Fluffy, it's gonna be tough. So overall, he's got a pretty good amount of pretty good lineup. Lita, Fire Fang. So we're definitely not Fluffy. Because we clicked Fire Fang. I like this. You should be Rocky Helmet. Nice. I will say this. If you're against a Vileplume, if you're against Pokemon that are going to punish U-turn, like, for example, this might be a little game knowledge diff, where he just doesn't know that Vileplume's whole thing is Effect Spore, Rocky Helmet, where the whole thing is punishing physical attacks. Like, this U-turning here is super troll, because you could also be put to sleep. Or parried. You know, so you just keep that stuff in mind. They just U-turning is not worth the value, especially because he got nothing out of it. He didn't get any damage that was reasonable. He didn't. So it's just kind of my advice is if you're in a Pokemon like Vileplume, especially don't U-turn in front of it. That chip is, unless the chip is important for another kill. Game's sort of still progressing here. Not a ton to keep going with. Now the Scizor, like if you U-turn again here, you're trolling. Okay, he goes for the Defog. We're going to see a Leech Seed. Yeah, the Scizor is just being chipped and chipped and chipped. Do not, don't swap out here. You live a dual wing bait, surely. Oh, your Rocky Helmet was knocked off. Even if your Rocky Helmet's knocked off, don't switch out. You've got Effect Spore. I don't see the need to go to Houndstone. I mean, it still does no damage, but Gliscor's gonna come in. He does have to worry about Ice Fang. Okay, never mind. He doesn't have to worry about that. A Shucka Berry. Okay. I don't hate Shucka Berry. Could definitely beat like Swords Dance. It's actually a nice little way to prevent win cons. Swords is gonna come out. Ooh, I would just surf there. I would, well, no, he's got a Wish on the way. He's done a very good job of getting his Scizor back into the game. Unfortunately, he's yet to get any of these Effect Spore knock thingies. That's a very, very crucial Toxic. One of the things that I was talking about this team in the first place is that this defensive lineup is super, super reliant on Umbreon. So getting a Toxic on it is very, very nice. I would click Leech Seed again here. Oh, he just goes for another Toxic. Toxic is also good. But I would assume that based on patterns, we're going to see a Scizor or a Gliscor. Houndstone will come in. Nice. Are we going to see the Ice Fang? No, he doesn't have Ice Fang. If you're in this position now, you should just know that he doesn't have Ice Fang. If he is forsaken 2 chances to deal with it, man, this Vileplume is going to stay forever. This thing will never die. Psychic Surge up. We got to swap out Tyranitar. Tyranitar basically is generally always going to take nothing from this. This is a pretty, not hard counter, but this is a counter. Breaking Swipe, wow. Did not know it had that move. Toxapex should also be a hard counter to this. Nice, we flip turn. Good flip turn. Pop my elbow. Indeed, he's going to come back in. We're going to see the same thing happen again. I think this is Specs, based on how it is playing. We're going to Breaking Swipe again. Wow, that does no damage. Surely we have like knockoff or something on this to generate more value. I would like a Tyranitar to be generating more value. Okay, he stays in. Goes to the Poltergeist. 22%. God, Gliscor is bulky. That is not enough to break through Protect stalling. Oh my goodness. DD will come in. Yeah, this guy's just always going to wall this. Oh, and he's continuing to get chip. I wish we had, like, knockoff or something of the sort to generate value here. I think the Scizor's heavy duty boots. I haven't been paying too much attention to its item. I would have liked something like that. Can also just possibly catch like first off Gliscor. I wonder if he's Haze last item. You have to be careful. These ice beams are very important. I like just staying in, just realizing this thing can't really do anything to you. I would like if he had Surf. I just don't think you need to be recovering that often. I think with Toxapex in this game, you're just kind of wasting a lot of turns by clicking recover. When, I mean, you have this Tyranitar. Ooh, now that Sand is down, this is gonna hurt. So you've had Crunch this whole time. Why aren't we clicking Crunch more often? That's really, really sad. Nice. Latios? Latios is also a Pokemon I would like to be in this game more often. Click Ice Beam again? No, come on. I'm gonna calc this real quick just to make sure. But I am of the opinion that that would not have killed, and it would have been worth it. Umbreon. Yeah, that foul play is doing nothing. So, you just have to... This is a super worthwhile trade in this turn. This foul play is going to do like 30% maximum. And if he clicks it... if he clicks Wish, you get a free turn next turn. If he clicks foul play, I believe you pick up this kill. Toxic should be doing 12% this turn. Or yeah, 12%. So you leave it super low, because I'm assuming you don't crit again. Also, if this has Draco, you just should be Dracoing that turn. Well, maybe not. Maybe a flip turn. Who knows? But, you know, we do end up picking up the kill. That is super, super, super important. Now, all this chip damage is going to keep coming and racking on. I don't know why we brought this in. This doesn't make sense. Cornleech is gonna... He's gonna recover. You gotta have Swords Dance if you want to break through, and you needed to click it earlier. We're Leech Seed. Ooh. I personally would just swap into Vileplume after seeing this setup. Seeing that it can't really do anything to Vileplume either, and just let him go down. But this is fine. That way you don't have to deal with the fact that that thing's set up a Leech Seed. The U-turn is going to come out. You should go Inteleon. Yeah, dude, Sladius just got no value. That's unfortunate. I feel like it would have been really hard for his opponent to switch into. Recover on Toxapex. Go back into Vileplume. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to keep up with these Leech Seeds now. These Leech Seeds are going to provide permanent damage. We could be Giga Drain last. I'm not sure what we are last. I would like to see Giga Drain finally get an Effect Spore after a billion of those. Vileplume's going to come back up to full, man. Vileplume lasts forever. This Pokemon never dies. Now he's going to deal with, potential poisons. Yeah, this Toxapex also just flat out wins the game. This Ice Beam's going to do a lot of... Oh, that just... I want to see how much that mattered. Gliscor and Toxapex. We're like Ice Beam. Ice Beam. Okay, we have to be a somewhat offensive. Wow, okay. We have to... It has to not be especially defensive variant off the bat. And we have to have some special tech, but it definitely... The crit definitely mattered. This has to have some sort of offensive investment for that to work. This guy's gonna come in. I think we're just setting up for Excadrill to pick up the kills. We should go for Crunch. Yup. Vileplume's gonna come in. This is the safer way. If you wanna farm Excadrill kills, you just could have gone to Excadrill there, but it's fine. Yeah, he's gonna... Oh, he's Soldier Bomb. Okay, Soldier Bomb last. I would prefer Giga Drain, just into this team in general. But Soldier Bomb makes sense. It means that you're not a sitting duck in front of Ogerpon, but you already weren't. You have Toxic. And then you just go into Toxic... Oh, Terra Water works. Yeah, nice job. It was just a clean game from Gotham. He cleaned it up. A few misplays, a few opportunities lost. But overall, just a good game. Good, well played. Corzahh, unfortunately, just had to play into a team he could not break through. And he, as a result, couldn't break through it. He had no ways to break through it. I would have liked to see more stall breaker variants of some of these mons. Like maybe a Swords Dance Scizor or just something that breaks through these teams. I would have, like, Swords Dance Gliscor would have done wonders into this team. If it was like Facade, Earthquake. But, you know, it's tough. It's tough to do stuff like that. Or Earthquake, yeah, you probably need Facade to break through Vileplume. If you even can. I don't know. It's tough. But yeah, just a good well-played game from Gotham. I think with the prep that Corzahh brought, there's just simply no way he could have won that game. We got C2 and Icy Glastrier coming in. Ooh, I do not like, once again, like I said in an earlier game, don't click U-turn in front of mons like this. If I see you click a U-turn in front of a Ferrothorn, you know, it's not a good plan. Not a good plan. Never works. I'm gonna Real Mosh. I would expect a, oh, we're gonna get a Hydro Pump. I would have expected a Willow. But that's fine. Hydro Pump is also fair. We have Sylveon here. Sylveon should just be able to Hyper Voice for free. Oh, we're gonna Wish. Wish is fine. What is this? Oh, okay, I remember this game. Alright, we gotta talk. If you're in front of a Pokemon like Cinderace, actually, if you're just in this position at all, if you're in front of a Pokemon that isn't going to use a boosting move or a utility move here that could fuck you over, always click Protect. Your Wish, I'm going to assume you Protect because that's just the standard stuff. Always use Protect and Scout. Because if you Protect here, you know that you can just go Corviknight and you'll be fine. Or Iron Moth if you want to be a little bit more punishing. Unfortunately, we just lose one of our most important pieces to this set the whole game. Like, this thing probably beats... might not beat a Spothor 1v1, but it's certainly super important to, you know, swap into all random wash attacks. These Hyper Voices are going to do tons of damage into this team. It's just an overall very, very, very big miscalculation. And then, unfortunately, he falls for the he doesn't account for the, in my opinion, pretty obvious swap, but I guess I'm being a little bit harsh. These Rock Slides just do no damage. Yeah, we're going to lose a lot of health on Howard here, too. Corviknight's going to come in. This is going to take a lot from that. I believe this Volt Switch is going to do a lot, too. Yeah, we're just putting ourselves in bad positions early game. And now this guy is very, very low. Nice U-turn. Good U-turn. Get rid of that Disguise. Swords Dance. I don't mind it. Trying to go for a win right now. You should be faster. Yeah, I guess you could have gone for Shadow Sneak. You go for Swords Dance again, you're nasty. Unfortunately not. Do you have the Horn Leech? Oh, Wood Hammer. Wood Hammer. Nice, we're gonna get a kill. An important one. I think Rotomosh is an important kill to pick up. U-turn coming out. A little troll. I guess it's fine because we're just sacking Grip Style and looking for another. We're gonna Terra Steel. Terra Steel doesn't do anything. Little bit troll, but yeah. We've just lost too many pieces. I guess we've traded some important pieces, but I feel like we've lost too many. I don't think this thing lives a Stone Axe. Yeah, this thing just doesn't live a Stone Axe. Iron Moss is going to come in. It's Heavy Duty Boots, which means you just have to know. This is just another game knowledge thing. Like, Kleavor is so often a Scarf Mon. If he plays like a Scarf Mon, which means they're often U-turning, they've never clicked a different move, which I guess you wouldn't be able to know because it's almost always U-turn. You just, on a baseline level, when you play against a Kleavor, should immediately assume it's Scarfed. Just because that's how it works. But, you know, it's just how it is. Wow, that does a decent chunk. I'm actually a little surprised Darkrai lives. Yeah, but Kleavor is going to pick up the rest of these kills. Just at a baseline level, C2 is still making... C2's coming with, like, decent teams. Like, obviously, if this was booster speed, it'd be better. And he actually, I mean, a very, very small chance of winning. But he has a chance of winning. If this is, like, Mach Punch, it's 0. But, you know, he's coming with, like, good teams. It feels like he's just not playing them properly. I feel like a big portion of C2's, like, current issues have been his gameplay and not his team building, which I think is the opposite for most other Raikou players. Which means that if he gets his gameplay down, he's going to come in swinging and destroying people. He just has to focus on that. Up next, FCU Fan versus Tito. Going into this set. Key players, Tito, this Hariyama's always been a key player. Meowscarada's a key player, especially into a team like this. Annihilate is always a key player. I'm interested to see this draft reg. I've never really seen a draft reg in a draft game, so I'm interested to see that. Keldeo also. Keldeo I've come to understand is a monster, so... Turns out, those calcs from Gen 6 still work in Gen 9. So... Always another threat. Keldeo is actually a bound I really want to use. Wait, we took a lot of damage. Took a lot of damage. Okay, we're gonna Spike. Spike is ground? I always thought it was steel. Maybe it changed. Did we get confirmation that that was Scarfed? 3-7. No, we did not. It's actually Greninja's 123 speed. Nice. We prevent the spin. I think that's important. Pheasantipity. I'm not gonna lie. I think if I'm in Forza's position here, because it's so easy for you to deny rapid spins, especially because he doesn't even want to click buttons into you anyway. I wouldn't have gone Fez here. I would have just gone Greninja had gotten another Spike. We also know that we confirmed this is unaware, not Magic Guard. Unless it's like Cute Charm for some reason. But it's fine. Or we U-turn here. U-turn here is fine. Huge. Nihilip comes in. He goes for... Oh, weakness policy. Okay. Then he swaps. Why? Wait, why? Was he slower? Am I dumb? Did I miss that? Oh, I did miss that. Wow. Okay. Okay, I think this is Scarfed then. Okay, this is Scarfed. Wow, I just missed that. That's crazy. We unfortunately lose our Iron Treads though. This Spike will kill him. So now especially if I'm Forza, I am looking for every opportunity to try and get up more layers. Unfortunately, we have to. I would go straight into a Hentai Star right here and try and get ourselves a like I would U-turn into it and try and get a rapid spin off. Oh, another thing, if you have a sack like this, if you have a sack like Iron Treads, keep it a little bit longer. Because in a pinch, it allows you to deny rapid spin. Also, I think this is just like a complete waste of this Pokemon. There's no reason to give up the sack here. So in a pinch, you can block rapid spin, defog, any of the sort. You also can just use this as a sack in general for general sack stuff. But if you have a Pokemon that's going to die to hazards, and they have a rapid spinner or a defogger, if you want to keep hazards up, you can just throw in the Pokemon that'll die to hazards, and the move fails because there's nothing to click it against. Including defog, because defog does target the opposing Pokemon. So I thought that was just a little extra tidbit. Nice little belly drum. Unfortunately, from my own experience of using Hariyama with belly drum a million times, that shit does not do anything. Girafareg is the answer. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you probably should calc, and try and figure out that. But I would not be surprised if he did not know that. I didn't know that this thing had low kick. So, I'm not surprised that he didn't either. Nice, we're gonna go a nice spin here. Spin is free. Knockoff's gonna come out. I believe the Surf is gonna do a decent chunk. Sludge Wave also. Poison? Oh, no poison. Knockoff comes out. Pheasantipity. Yeah, I don't see a way for him to kill this Pheasantipity ever. Keldeo will come in. Keldeo will try. Maybe the Surf? No. Jesus. This is slightly unoptimal. Oh, it doesn't have Roost. Never mind. Because it's Assault Vest. That is a crazy level of difference in calcs. Wow. That difference in calcs is pretty nuts. We get the poison. The game's over, though. The game is over. FCU, just a small misoptimizations. I would have liked to see... Oh, what do we got? Explosion? Destiny Bond? Oh, goes for the Barb Barrage. I'm trying to think, because if you're trying to play for differential here, I guess the Barb Barrage gets a kill no matter what. You're just hoping for a para there, I guess. Because the Barb Barrage now had the poison, so you get the... Yeah. It gets... Yeah, it's a guaranteed differential taker. I guess he could have... I guess he was predicting, like, Explosion or something. Yeah, expecting Explosion. But, yeah. I don't know. It's a fine play. You're gonna lose one anyway. Since maybe this could live. Unironically, this thing is tanky with an EV Light. That could have lived. Who knows? I'm not gonna calc it. Overall, yeah, FCU had some slight misoptimizations. Like I said, once Greninja was super low, I would have just found the earliest opportunity to get one more spike off. Because there's no way ever that getting a second layer spikes is always worth it. Considering there's just no way for him to ever get rid of them. Because you just can't. There's no way that this Iron Treads is gonna deal with it. So, yeah. Up next, SpookyMarsCasting versus Bastion YG. We're not gonna go and talk about a bunch of win cons. This is, if you've watched the standings, we're just gonna watch Spooky Mars get 6-0'd again. Sorry for the spoilers. Poison Touch is unfortunate, but Poison Touch into a team like this is insanely good. Overall, I don't know. I guess maybe I'd go Golden Go, but I don't know. This is a massive knowledge gap. Spooky just doesn't know this thing gets high horsepower. And so he throws away this Heatran. Hydrapple comes in. Hydrapple should have been in anyway, considering it 4x resists grass and resists the high horsepower. We're gonna go, what, Fickle Beam? Yeah, Fickle Beam will come out. It seems we do not have Earth Power. The swapping out is fine. Ursaluna is going to come in. It's going to activate the Flame Orb. Hydrapple will come in. Nice. And we should be faster. We should be able to Giga Drain. We go for the Giga Drain. Nice. Get us some healing back. And then Regenerator should be able to get up a decent chunk of the rest. That was a critical hit as well, right? Yeah, so that was a critical hit. Alola is going to come in, throw out a Wish. Who are we going to heal? Okay, we're going to... Oh, we're not... Okay, I assume he went for Flip Turn. Just didn't work out. If you've done this, just go for another Wish. Go for another Wish. And then get a free swap after. Because if he goes... Because he's about to lose the game here. This is super troll. If he had gone for another wish, or had just gone to Hydrapple, well, probably not actually. If he had just gone another wish, he might have been able to avoid the absolute massacre of Ursaluna, Ursaluna, dude. This thing, yeah, come on, dude. There's nothing analytical to go on here. He just got rocked. A stall team had no answer to a Pokemon like this. Yeah, and he just gets rocked. Not much else to say, really. Oh, he doesn't get all of them. Good play. Play for differential. I believe that just confirmed Overgrow? Yeah, he's been Overgrow this whole time. I guess that can make sense. Not wanting to go grassy terrain into a more stally team. More defensive team. That can make sense. I don't hate that. Yeah. Good play from Bastion. Just, yeah, it's Spooky. Spooky, you gotta get it together, man. You're my bud. You're my dog. We cannot be having you have the worst BTDL season of all time. Up last, this is the last game before we go to standings and stuff like that. We have Dargon Mayor versus iCharlly, and I've already talked to iCharlly about this game a lot. So we can kind of talk about it. There's a lot of... This is a really good game to watch if you're just trying to... There's good concepts in this game to learn. So we will go off this game. Start this one out. Great Tusk on Pelipper. Okay, let's talk leads here. Leads, there's a lot of options. So, firstly, this Macargo's Terra Grass. And so there's three options in my opinion from Charlie's. There's a few options from Charlie's perspective. You see, okay, Charger Bug will lead. You think Charger Bug will lead, which is what she had predicted. You go Great Tusk. That's a fine lead. You see, you want to activate your Macargo as early as possible. It can be a little tough because you might run into Hurricane. But there is just the option of trying to activate Macargo by turn 1, Terraing and clicking Recover, and then you just have a Terra Grass Macargo for the end of the game. There is, I think the best lead is a little bit of a hybrid, in leading with Iron Crown, because Iron Crown is in a position where Volt Switch can never be stopped. So if Pelipper is leading, you can just Volt Switch, the freest Volt Switch of all time. And if Charger Bug is leading, you can Volt Switch into Great Tusk, and kind of react on there. If he swaps out a Pelipper, he'll probably go into Charge Bug, and then like you're in the same situation again. So I think that Iron Crown is probably the best lead here, because I think the two leads he's going to go is Pelipper or Charge Bug. I think a lot of this team needs Rain active to really run it. He could lead Raikou, which is still fine, into Iron Crown. I think this was an Assault Vest Iron Crown. So that would be just kind of what I would just lead theory. Iron Crown would probably makes the most sense. He does end up using the Iron Crown. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is an Assault Vest Iron Crown, so this guy's just a monster. And it literally just played out exactly how I said it. You get the free swap in. Goes for knockoff. Knockoff's always good. Always get your knockoffs. Yeah, this Ludicolo is just not going to do much. Going for Wish is fine. Wish is fine here. But if you're going to go for Wish, get back your... If you go for Wish here, you have to be... Go to your Iron Crown. Get your Iron Crown, heal up against this Charger Bug. I know, like, you want to, Did he go for the... He went for the knockoff, yeah. We have a Basculegion to spin block, which going for knockoff is the correct play. I would make that play every time, by the way, just so you guys know. That knockoff, even though it didn't work out properly, it has my full-on seal of approval. But I would have... You get a lot of value going Iron Crown there. Because he's going to probably set up a Sticky Web, so you're just going to get the Volt Switch. You'll probably end up in the same position anyway, because he'll probably try to Volt Switch when you Volt Switch on a Great Tusk. What am I saying? And then you're in the same position and do all that, but you have a healthier Iron Crown. Florges will come in. Weather Ball, nice. Should just Wish or Moonblast. Moonblast is also fine. Get some value. Goes for Wish. I will say, protecting here is fine. Protecting here is fine, but there are some better plays. This is a fine play because if you're against a Basket Legion, the wisest choice is to assume Banded or Jolly. Or, sorry, not Jolly, or Scarfed. This Pokemon is almost never any other item. It could be Assault Vest, but it is almost always Banded or Scarfed. So, I personally, since I already have a Wish up, I would go Breloom here. And like, use, you know, because this team doesn't swap into a Breloom. Like, basically at all. Charge Bug's the only swap in, and that is, like, a one-time thing. But that is... because of that, because, you know, you end up losing a Pokemon anyway. This Breloom is going to go down anyway. Now, personally, I hate this play. When you're playing with, we end up going to, after Breloom dies, we end up going to, Spectre. I already talked to Charlie about this, but I'm going to say, go Macargo here. If you're going to go Spectre here, Spectre has swap-ins on this team, kind of. Not really. There's not any good swap-ins. But, I mean, Charge Bug can probably take one, and you don't want to paralyze this, so you're probably going to let it... You're probably going to have it throw off with Thunder Wave. But, I would go Macargo here and Terrier Macargo, because you do not have swap-ins to Basket Legion, and you don't have swap-ins to Azumarill. So, if I'm Dragon Mayor... I am, like, you should be going into Charge Bug and Volt Switching. You should be going into Pelipper and U-turning. You want to get the Basket Legion and the Azumarill as many turns as possible, because there's just no way currently, because Macargo isn't Terra'd, to swap in. Those are going to get kills. Spectre comes in. We go to Pelipper. Shadow Ball comes out, does a decent chunk. But now, like, we can go, like, Azumarill, we can go Charge Bug. Whereas we get a decent chunk of value from this, I guess. Nice Great Tusk. Go for the Rapid Spin. Yeah, I think in this position you're just gonna have to sack Iron Crown. And I think now finally Macargo gets activated. Get the Liquidation, Terra Blast. I would basically never Terrible. I would always Willow. Just it's more worthwhile against more threats. We get the burn anyway, and I think she Willows now. Yeah, she Willows now. Then you can just recover here now. This Azumarill is basically completely neutered. This is also, if you couldn't tell from the damage, an Assault Vest Azumarill. So, yeah, I mean, this Azumarill is completely neutered. The crit is actually unfortunate because it means this Macargo is going to be at less health. Because normally what you do here is you Terra Blast, and then it would be left on, what? Terra Blast was doing 29. It would be left in a situation where 2 burn ticks would kill, so you can just recover, and guarantee you're at full health. The crit stops that, which is quite unfortunate. Ludicolo is going to come in. This Ludicolo just does nothing. I think they go for Wish. Just go for Moonblast on this turn. This Great Tusk doesn't do any... This Great Tusk switch doesn't do anything. Just go for Moonblast. He doesn't have any swap-ins to Moonblast. And just take your chip. Take your damage. You should always click Protect here just in case, because we're going to assume, like almost every Basket Legion ever is, Bandit or Choice. This is a good play. Macargo gets the defense drop, but also gets the burn. A little unlucky, but if you don't get the defense drop, or if you get the defense drop, you just swap. You go into Spectre. Spectre is basically useless to winning the game at this point. You do not need it, so you don't have to play around the shenanigans with the defense drop. Now this Basculegion is basically neutered. At this point, the game is completely over. Florges can deal with all of these 4 Pokemon, and this Pokemon has been neutered. It's a little unlucky that the burn happened, but yeah, this Pokemon has been completely neutered and taken care of. That's my dog Magcargo in the flesh. At this point, though, I would what would I do? I guess Ludicolo and then double. I don't know. Yeah, the game is just over from this point. Yeah, there's just nothing you can do at this point. Azumarill and Basculegion were just massive Giga threats. And if I'm Dargon Mayor, I just need to take advantage of the turns that, I believe this is just a rapid spin, yeah. I need to take advantage of the turns that, that Magcargo isn't Terra'd to activate. But to be honest, to me, this seems like just a complete counter matchup. Yeah, as soon as Magcargo got activated, it seemed pretty destined. Maybe a few more, if you're running Basculegion, maybe a few more flick turns, to keep him guessing. But other than that, I'm trying to think, because this floor just deals with so many issues on the opponent's team. Charlie does go a roundabout way of winning. There's faster ways to do it, but you know, what can I say? Go through the double rapid spin to make sure that you outspeed Raikou, and then, you know, it takes a little longer. Skitter Smack missed. Just a little extra on there. I don't have a ton of notes for this game, really, for Dargon Mayor. I think just overall, from just prep and how this works, if this week just felt like Charlie's game to lose, and you know, Charlie made a few early game mistakes, but it didn't matter too much. And that's all the games. Let's check out standings. We got standings. So from my knowledge, Forza and Tito were undefeated last week, which means Tito was the first, I'm gonna say first real undefeated breaker. I think once you're, I guess he was only 2-0. I guess, I don't know. The first undefeated versus undefeated matchup, I believe we'll have Dobesito versus Forza this week. So that is a game to watch. It's going to be the next undefeated breaker. Tito went from so high to 8th already, man. That is tough. Right now, just, I mean, this is pretty standard. People with positive records are all at the top. People with negative records are all at the bottom. For a lot of people, for SpookyMars, I think if he loses next week with a 6-0, I would be very surprised if he's not mathematically eliminated already. So Spooky could be the first mathematically eliminated. Irdiasil could be mathematically accepted with a 6-0, maybe. 4 and 3s are always contentious. No, I'm not going to say he'd be mathematically accepted, because that's a little too early, but he is getting close. Forza and Dobesito, if either of them win, they're also going to be very, very close. They'll probably move up to the, unless I'm kind of noob wins both of his games next week, will continue up. But so far, the top 4 is still undefeated, even though Noob has not played his match this week, although I think it's against Bops. Yeah, the 2-1s are sticking up up here, but from my knowledge, if you're just not, most people are still in it, I think. I don't think anybody's mathematically out of it yet. I think, like, and even if you are, there's the lower bracket now too. But overall, what am I trying to say? I lost my train of thought there. Nobody's eliminated yet. Nobody's out of it yet. So, you know, if you're feeling at the bottom, you know, you should feel a little bit of pressure. but you should be fine. Coming up towards the rest of the weeks, as long as you're playing well, prepping well, you'll do fine. Kill leaderboard, basically nothing from my knowledge changed besides Ursaluna coming up a lot of tiers with his impressive performance. Blaziken is still up here at 3rd on 1 game alone. Let's get some numbers up, fellas. Exadrill still up here. I don't think there's anything else that changed, really. I think Azumarill climbed a spot. Lycanroc climbed... Lycanroc, actually, I believe... Yeah, that was his first appearance, and he's up here at 8th. Chien-Pao, overall, I mean, there's a lot of people tied at 4 kills, though. So all these Pokemon are 8 through 17. Like 9 Pokemon are tied here. So, yeah, I mean, really, the kill leaderboard is starting to develop. And the standings are starting to develop. So, I think week 4 is a super, super, super important week for most players. Just especially because if you're one of these guys, if you're like 12 through 6, this is like super important because you can either go even or you can continue your upward rise and try to get out of the tough positions. And if you are, if you're up here, you want to keep your win streak, you want to keep your dominance. If you're down here, these weeks are starting to become must-win. Although Bob still hasn't played his week 3 match. But like these weeks are now must-wins. If you lose next week, so you're going to start looking at, not mathematically eliminating from playoffs, but not very many 3 and 4 players make playoffs in my BTDL history. So just keep that stuff in mind. That is going to be all for tonight's Raikou recap. I will see you guys later next week with my week 4 match, and then after that, next week with Raikou recap. Thank you guys for watching. Go watch my Lamuck James video. It's done horribly viewer-wise. But after that, I will see you guys all pretty soon. Bye.